will be broadcast.
You can see it.
Try to put on a notification. I ain't get a notification.
I just have my notification.
Okay, I just got a notification. All right, we on. All right,
You can
great.
check the sound and stuff. It just
Yeah, I can hear you. Well, y'all can check the sound.
We not live already, are we?
Yeah, we live.
Yeah, we live. We gotta come in then.
It's all good. Tell them we had technical difficulty.
Alright, sorry guys. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Leaders Only podcast. We sorry we had a couple technical difficulties this afternoon. But welcome all, family. We're officially on a part 2. We're gonna touch on mental health again. I'm your host, Kendall Callaham.
I'm your other host, Semaj Callaham Bay.
We're gonna kick this show off right. Let's go, Semaj.
All right, so a little bit about me, because last week, we were moving kind of quick. So just tell you, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm just a man that's trying. I don't go too deep into titles anymore. But the clothes that you see, the hats that you see, El Capitan, so I represent that, and I'm currently working on dropping this first book, so I'm an author. But we're going to move forward. We're going to get into mental illness, because last week we focused on mental health, the title, but we were talking a lot about mental illness and the interaction. So I want to kick it off with the definition of mental illness.
A wide range of conditions that affect mood, thinking, and behavior. Once again, mental disorder. A wide range of conditions that affect mood, thinking, and behavior.
All right, so I'll let you kick off, but basically, what I wanted to say just to start it off was basically what you just described was that everybody has, in some form, either experienced it or is going through it. So I'll let you go on your perspective of mental illness.
Basically, mental illness. It's kind of like, just like you said, I mean, I pick it back off you. Everybody does have it. Like, mine came from my circumstances in the situations that I was in. Like I said, in the environment that I was in, I just adapted to my surroundings and just had to survive. I went into a situation never even being in trouble, never being incarcerated, never knowing what to do, what not to do. All I went in there with my same principles is, respect is the main thing. It's how you get through life, and things of that nature. So as my behavior progressed, at first when I went in, I was angry, mad, on edge. Everything was on tilt. Plus, I had to watch my surroundings and my back. So, of course, my behaviors was the same as what I was adapting to. So it was kind of like high pitch voice. My tension was high. Always on point. Always paranoid. So as I started to develop and learn things and started to get a routine and things of that nature, my behavior changed, and it wasn't always bad. So,
Right.
yeah, that's how I take it. It don't always have to be bad. When you hear mental health illness or sicknesses and things of that nature, because like at first, yeah, of course it's gonna be bad when you're in a messed up situation, but when you come out of it or going through it and you learn different techniques or different strategies and identify your triggers and things of that nature, you can turn it into good. So,
Right. As far as with me, my perspective on mental health, I got a deep one, and I feel like over time we're going to touch it a lot. But I feel like we're born into mental illness, first and foremost. I feel like just being born somewhere where they strip your rights and lie to you and tell you that you're somebody else, and then you go through life, thinking you're free, or thinking, you're black, or thinking you're African American, and you're not. That's one thing that I emphasize on when I meet people now. Is don't call me black, don't call me African American. I'm not a nigga, I'm not a Negro, I'm not colored, I'm none of that. I am a citizen of the USA, the Republic of the United States of America. But we could start there, and then I also tell them that I'm on a quest to find out exactly where my bloodline comes from. But I'm a native to this land.
Right.
Nobody in my family that I know of in direct lineage ever even been to Africa. But you want me to keep saying this and all that, and then the land used to be connected all as one, and it
Right.
wasn't called Africa then. So it's like, that's the first step. Then it's like another form of mental illness, that how it affects me, because there's different levels. You got clinical, you got anxiety,
Right.
you got bipolar, but how it messes with my mind still to this day, in which I'm in a fight daily, is how they tell children, do as I say instead of what I do. Like, yo, that messes me up to this day, because you're telling a child basically whatever I say, but I'm gonna go do the total opposite.
Right.
Or if you see somebody doing the total opposite, which is, it's always a duality balance, because it always also helps, because that's how I got to the point where no false idols. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can let you down if you put the expectation off of just what they say, which is why I be leading back to just shutting up. I won't even speak unless
Right.
I have to, unless it's something fruitful or I have to get a point across. But watch my acts. Watch my actions.
So most of the time, your actions speak for themselves.
Yeah, but it's because mental illness is all around us. Then you have, the things as far as like sports, bro. We're gonna go into deep. We got a couple people that we need to talk about just starting off with. But sports, just think about being a child. Again, here's the duality. No female, no male, nobody from another race can hurt my feelings. That's why nigga don't hurt me. Or
Right.
nigger don't hurt me. I've been called worse. I'm
Right.
talking about as a kid, playing basketball, high school football, college. You pussy.
Yeah.
Excuse my French. You bitch. You this,
Yeah.
you that. What
Yeah.
you this? I'm talking about, you
soft.
talking to me like I'm a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You say you soft.
Yeah, what you weak? What you a punk?
Yeah.
What you
Yeah.
crying?
You sissy.
Yeah, you hurt or is you injured?
Yeah.
So that in itself, it's like, dang, bro, I am. Like when I can turn on the TV though, and I can see somebody sitting out for a groin injury for 3 months,
Right.
get traded for a groin injury, bro. I popped my groin. I'm trying to get back as fast as possible. You talking about, am I hurt or am I injured? I'm injured in a mud, but
Right.
psychologically, I don't want y'all to see
Yeah.
me weak. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But I should be able to heal. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that, like I said, it goes deep, but that's just my perspective on the beginning. You know what I mean? Because it starts at birth, and then it's all in the childhood. As far as with mental illness, and all the way up to today, you watching videos. We not desensitized to nothing.
Right.
Just like I put a post up today, like, man, the area of I don't care that I'm at now, it's because of that, because you can identify other people's sickness. Like, you calling me a nigga, but the people who run this country are so-called Jewish, right? So we get chastised or we get oppressed or blackballed. Look at your Nick Cannon situation, but how do you want me to not respect the truth?
Right.
I'm not trying to cause a war or nothing. I'm saying, yeah, okay, there was possibly close to 500 years now of slavery. I got to respect that and accept that, right?
Mhm.
Before that, there was a way of life. I'm trying to figure all that out because y'all keep leaving it out. But what I do know is that ain't even you. You know
Right.
what I mean? You don't really hate me, so therefore, you ain't you.
Right.
That's how I look at these people, and anybody who play that role as far as trying to hate and spew hate against us. It's like, bro, you don't really hate me. The reason why you are confused is because I'm ignorant to you and
Right.
what you're trying to do, but you're trying to beat me. So once I find out who I am, I'm going to know who you're trying to imitate.
Right.
And that's why I be trying to say to our people, man, let's just focus on who we are. And even deeper, before we even go into finding out our lineage, let's just identify the strife that we're going through. Let's identify each other's struggle. We come together. It don't even matter if you're from Scotland, England, bro, Haiti. You cross that border over here in America, man, they look at you like you a nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they done it to your family and my family and this person's family.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's all around us, and I feel like we're going to keep going into it, but we'll move forward. One thing I know that we didn't touch on last week that I wanted to just give a piece and just see where you were at with it was that Roe versus Wade decision when, you know, it came out with the abortions
Right.
and you can't have abortions any longer. So I just wanted to see how you feel because I had a direct perspective that was a little bit different from what I kept hearing. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Okay.
how do you feel about it?
Before I get into that, make sure y'all remember to like, subscribe, click the bell for all of the upcoming episodes.
And comment. So
And
we can get some
comment, yeah,
feedback.
so we can get all y'all feedback matters. Yes, it does. So on Road and Wade, basically, to me, like I don't agree with abortion anyway.
Right.
So it didn't really. I agree with the not having an abortion. I don't think. I think we should take accountability of our actions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's already kind of like unfair that a male really don't get to make the decision anyway.
Right.
So on the touch of that matter, yeah. At the overall, yeah, I think it's like a reward for the man too because we already don't get to say so. A woman gonna make the last decision anyway because it's her body and she feel like it's her choice. But both of y'all made the decision to have sex.
Right.
You know, so a child is always gonna be a chance
Right.
that you're gonna have the child. So I don't feel like if you have sex, do it responsibly or you're gonna have a child. You shouldn't be taking the life of another human being because eventually that's what it's gonna be, and that's like to me like you committing murder right there.
Right.
You know, who's to say that you didn't plan that, or if it didn't go your way, that man is not gonna want it. What if that man don't want to be with you? Now that's your decision. You made that decision off because he don't want to be with you, or you never know what a woman's or a person's decision making is. So, like, yeah. So now it's against the law. So now it's like the old saying: you make your bed, you better lay in it.
Right.
You know?
I agree to a certain extent. I don't believe that anybody that's been abused or raped or anybody that's been abused or raped should have to go through with not being able to have an abortion. That's not fair.
Okay.
I would never agree with that. And I also with young parents, you know, that's where my heart goes out to people that's under 18, people that's in their 20s, early 20s. If y'all sit and y'all discuss like, man, we messed up, then yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I also always say, you know, that it's your responsibility. Beyond it being your responsibility, I'm pro-choice and I'm pro-life. You know what I mean? I believe people should be free thinking, but I also look at things a little bit deeper. Like this is just another ploy. Like we jump on triggers, mental illness triggers. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was watching a few things this week, last week, they were speaking on the percentiles, and that's what I be wanting to know. What's the practicality behind this? What's the statistics? And it literally said those, you know, households that are in impoverished conditions, under the median threshold of household income, it's like 8% of them have abortions at all. Yeah. So there's 92% not even in our community. You know what I mean? These are people that's, you know, possibly getting drunk, possibly, you know what I mean, using it like it's not murder, like it's not. I don't believe in that.
Right.
But I also I believe that it's up to women like to start making better choices in a sense.
Hold on, before you say something. Okay, let me ask you a question. So you said, it's I understand you pro-life, you pro-choice, right? Now, if the woman made a decision to man, I forgot what I was about to say. Go ahead, I'm gonna come back to it.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was about to say.
Well, yeah, man. So, I just feel like pro-life and pro-choice. Yeah, man. I just feel like it should be like that. So then, moving forward, did you possibly see the 3 chicks that destroyed a restaurant this weekend over some sauce, extra sauce, having to pay $1.25 for some sauce? In a meal. I'll definitely kick this one off. Because that's mental health issues, that's mental illness. It's childish, but at the same time, people laugh. You know what I mean? It's not funny. I seen a group of guys in the back. So this is my perspective and how I would, offer anybody, any of our brothers and sisters. If you see sisters in the situation about to destroy the restaurant, if you see brothers in the situation about to destroy the restaurant, tell them, if you're the next in line, or if you could hear everything, man, tell them people you'll pay for it. Just put it on your order. I've been there. I've been at the counter with a kid. It was a direct sign to me, like, Dad, this is a mental illness and mental health situation, because this kid didn't know how to do math. He had a bunch of stuff, but he was short.
Right.
So when he got there, he didn't think about tax and all that. So in my mind, I'm thinking, damn, this kid is not being taught proper math, so let me just pay for it. Same thing that we could have done, man. Now, that $1.25 times however many sauces it was, you about to be in jail for assault. Like, they was hitting them people with stuff, throwing stuff at it. Then the biggest thing that I saw, which I want to move forward after you give your perspective on, is one of them just start twerking. Like, what's up with this trend that whenever in the midst of you having a good time, or if it feel good to you, just a bust out in a twerk? Like, that wasn't cute. She on the counter twerking, and then, like, this is the same one. In her sober mind, we gotta address as queen. You know what I'm saying? This is the same one. In her sober mind, talking about she pressure and this, that, and the third. And then my thing is, when I hold the mirror up to you, it's an argument. This is another part of the reason why I say I suffer with mental health issues and stuff. Because every time I bring the actions and the accountability to people, you lose them.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have a big argument, and then you don't speak to these people for years.
Right.
Like, it go like that. So with that, I just offer solutions, man. Yes, it was childish. Yes, it was foolish. Yes, it was done. There's a bunch of stuff we could laugh at. But stop pulling out your phone and recording us doing stupid stuff when it's a reflection of us. I don't care if you know them or not. We supposed to protect one another. So, no, y'all ain't got to act like that. I know, $1.25 is crazy. Give them 8 sauces. Put a 10 down. Run it up, man. Get as many sauces as you want. But we just got to be a little bit more
because always behind the camera is us anyway.
Yeah, but at the same time, what about the children to these men? What if these women that's acting out were single mothers?
And then the child gonna act the same way in public.
But what if the child goes directly to CPS, to Child Protective Service? Now this kid about to get a whole loop of new trauma going through the system. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, just for quick emotions. So we got to get control of our emotions, man. And it's no way 3 of y'all are wilding out. Like, with my business partner, that's one thing that we always say. If he see me blowing up, he can't blow up. And vice versa. If he blowing up, I can't. It don't even matter. The double negative, we about to throw it all away. The business is gone. You know what I mean? We can't. It's too much. You know what I mean? A lot of people in our family and people that's not in our family, we inspire people. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing about being a leader. We didn't tell anybody, come follow me. We said, be a leader, yo.
That's it.
That means control your world, control your actions, control.
Start with I.
Yeah. And then there's another thing about the mental health and the disorders and things of this nature is you feeding your sickness with alcohol. So that's what I meant last week when I said temporary fixes.
Right.
You have problems.
Right.
All 3 of y'all do. Whenever you can destroy a restaurant because of some salsa, y'all should have been going getting
help together.
Y'all should have gone to therapy, going in the garden, all the coping stuff.
Go work out.
Going for a walk, working out. They overweight. They got the gut. They eating bad food. It's after midnight. We shouldn't even be here. Like, this is the stuff that I think about, because I don't want to judge you or nothing. Yeah. But I automatically just say, "Dang, girl, there's no way her mind connected to her stomach." You know what I mean? So
and they already say that when you under alcohol, you under the influence.
Yeah,
so
your demons are coming out.
Right mind, so you go into
you're acting like
it don't make no sense.
Yeah. So
and then the kid learns from you, so they're gonna pick up the same habits that you have. Also become the alcoholic that you are, because that's what you use to cope with your problems. You know, use the meth that you smoke, because that's what they use to cope with your problem. Because just like Semaj said, the temporary fix is only a temporary fix, so it's only gonna last a minute or two.
Right.
You know, so it don't make sense. But at the same time, we the same people that posted on Say Cheese and all these social media platforms to get likes and all this credit for our own people that we looking at to embarrass them and put them on an embarrassment. But it's to uplift your platform.
Yeah,
it don't make sense.
I don't see that like that. I see them as getting to the story before them other people get to it, before CNN, because it's still on. I don't fault none of them outlets, right?
Right.
Because we need our own outlets. So you have to report. My thing is, like I said, before we even get to that part,
Right.
because there would be no story to tell if we didn't pick up our phones and record them acting a fool. Let's just all take the blame for it and say it's a reflection of us. Let's just do that. Let's just not even, they wilding, they stupid, they dumb. Man, them people hurting.
That's it. They sick.
So let's just help one another, you know what I mean? And just somebody pay for it, you know what I mean? So they don't have to pay for it, and then the number one people don't have to pay for it is if they have children. Let's just protect the babies. That's what I mean by protecting one another, because you don't know who nobody's connected to. So if we can save them from spending time in prison, you know what I'm saying? Let's just do that.
It's definitely not a place to be.
No, and they ain't gonna be able to get no sauce when they want to.
You can save them from debt, because you definitely just put yourself in debt over 125 from damage, because them people definitely suing you for damaging up all this stuff.
Beyond that, they employees didn't even want to come back, so you gotta worry about that. What if the employees sue insurance? You know what I mean?
They're gonna just
insurance, all this. So let's
just
be, like I said, more mindful of when we're out. Those who are out. That's why I go to bed. I'm in the bed at 10. I'm trying to get up at 5 in the morning. I can't even do that. Alcohol is no good for my body. So this is why I push that message of love yourself, mind, body, and soul, bro. You gotta respect other people's stuff. If you respect yourself, you're gonna respect other people's stuff. So we good on that one?
Yes, sir.
All right, so man. Let's move forward. We watched a lot of stuff this week, so let's just we just gonna run it down, man. The next thing with the young brother who was and we'll be sure to put these links of these videos on the page and in the description, so y'all can see for yourself the stories that we're talking about, because it's ridiculous. The next one, we're gonna move to the young lady. That's what it was, with the blonde hair.
Oh, on the what's that? The Daily Wrap-Up.
Yeah, so she was on.
So shout out to the Daily Wrap-Up.
You want to start off on it? I'll tell y'all a little bit about it.
Yeah, tell me about.
All right, so real quick, it was another podcast show. We was watching it, and again, man, we watching from the perspective just to see people's mental. You know what I mean? See why they're acting out. So there's a young lady up there talking, and she was describing how she messes with a married man, and the brothers asked her, was this man in particular toxic to her? And she said no. She said he's toxic to his kids and he's toxic to his wife, but he treats me like a queen, basically. He treats me like the world. And I'll let you go from there, because I have my own. Oh, no. And then he kept going, and then he was asking her, how is that right? Basically, that was all he asked. Like,
he asked her, how is that not toxic?
Yeah.
That's toxic.
When he toxic to, she literally got up, started stumping, come over, voice loud, and you're wrong. You know what I mean? You wrong. And then another thing she said was, he said, do you care about his family kids?
No.
She said,
why
no.
Should I?
She said, why should I? Because other people have cheated with her man that she was with, and they ain't tell her. Again, man, that's traumatic all the way around. That's doing. So go ahead, bro.
So my perspective, right? First, I watched this, and when I say I watched it like 3-4 times, watching her behaviors, watching her contradict herself the whole time. Because first and foremost, before we lead up to the married man, she constantly says, the men that I have. So it's not that she's messing just with a married man. She got several men that she has, so it's just like a day of the week for her. Right. Monday she got a married man. Tuesday she got this man. Wednesday she got, so she advertises that. Mind you, this is the same lady that says she has a child and her baby daddy is dead to her. But he's alive. But he's alive though. So, all right, so we're going to touch on this point though. When he asked her, does it matter to her? Her automatically is she's protecting herself because it happened to her, so she automatically been damaged. So now she's out for revenge on every man. So she's going to go after the married couple to hurt that woman, to make that woman feel like her.
Boom. Boom.
You want that woman to feel like you. Well, that woman was either she doesn't know, and when she's able to find out if she's not weak or strong enough to leave, eventually she's going to leave. Because a woman like you just exposed it on social media, on every platform, so it's going to come out. But yeah, she contradicted herself. One, she's representing herself as a mother, she says, but then you two people. She always say, well, I'm a mother at home.
Right.
No, you a mother every day once you had that child. But as soon as you wake up, you a mother. So it's
Right.
not like you can't say I'm a mother at home, but I'm this at night. Nah, you got to be just like you said, man. We got to take accountability for I and action.
Right.
Her actions. If a deaf person could have known the behavior wasn't right with her just by looking at how she went from
Her
calm
reaction.
to literally one question or one thing triggered and she took off.
Right. And how I knew that behavior wasn't it. I mean, of course we know right and wrong, but it was another female there who said, "Yo, calm down." Just, you know what I'm saying? So that was a part of it. But then, like you said, her child, but she said she don't even care about the other people's children, and I get it. Like, this is literally, we touching on this from a mental health, because I want you to identify yourself. I ain't talking about dealing with people, wives and all. That's wrong. We know that, man. Wife, husband, stay away from that. But you gotta live up to that. I ain't here to point the finger. I've been down the road. I'm not perfect. I'm different, bro.
Right.
I'm growing.
Right.
I ain't there. You know what I'm saying? And I damn sure ain't saying I don't care about nobody, kids and all that. But even further, identify that behavior. That's what I want to look at. You seen the behavior. This is the type of stuff that go on in relationships. A lot of times, men, I've been talked to like that, and there's nothing I can do. If I hit you, I go to jail.
Right.
If I break something in here, I'm crazy.
Right.
I'm controlling.
Then if you get too loud, somebody else gonna call the police.
Yes.
Because they automatically think the man is being over aggressive.
Yes.
Mind you, if you paid attention to the whole interview, she out talked everybody. Nobody got to talk. Her friend constantly saying, "Let me get something in. Let me talk. Hold on." So she's so aggressive and loud pitched, and that's what most women.
We ain't gonna do that.
We ain't gonna do
that. That's why I was talking. I was giving y'all my perspective.
We're gonna say from the behavior, right?
Notice
Most
the behavior
people
because it happened in men and women.
The loud pitching, the out talking is like from the behavior. So that, like, most of the people that's like sick, like, or the aggressive behavior, the loud pitching, it makes a person that's talking to you make you want to be like, you know what, you got that, because all you're gonna get is louder and louder, and then the dialogue is not gonna go nowhere.
Right. So yeah, like I was saying, man, identify yourself. If you can notice that you do things that directly go back to your child, and you can't handle situations without confrontation or without being upset, huffing and puffing. A big thing for me, which is why I had to heal this year and work on, was I get quiet. You know what I mean? When I get upset or somebody upsetting me, or if it's messing with my mind, I could use a big point. Like, I had to get over the fact that my family still celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter, and I can't stand them. I know that they rituals. I literally know, and I can bring them the factual content. And it's like they still don't care. Man, that stuff ate at me for years. Like, we are Native Americans, a lot of us, you know what I mean? And even before that, so to celebrate Thanksgiving, yeah, let's do it on a Native perspective, not a hijack perspective, like they came in here to do this meal. And I don't like when somebody's telling me when to celebrate my family and all this. Like, I literally like, man, then whatever this Thanksgiving feast is, we should be doing this once a week. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We should be putting our money together to buy a bunch of land. So we may not have to be in one roof, but we could be on one piece of land, put a fence around it. We can start creating our own city. Like, that's you put a flag on it. Like, that's what America is. You know what I mean? This land is my land. That's why you see Chinatown and Koreatown. This stuff really drives me insane, you know, with mental health. So to be arguing with somebody and acting like a kid, at some point we got to grow up, because our elders getting older. So none of that behavior is good. Then to be a leader and say that we leaders and we need to raise up the masculinity in the men. That's what I seen all over her. All the masculinity that a man should be able to provide to her, to say, yo, calm down. Right? We ain't doing that. She would never do that if she was getting the amount of love from herself. And if she met a man that gave amount of love to himself, and he's following his purpose, then she's following a purpose. She's following a purpose-driven man. You know what I'm saying? So that's totally different. It might be, you know, that dude just take her on dates. It's the bare minimum, trust me. Because if he's giving his all to his wife and kids, then he's going to give you the bare minimum. And like I said, I don't care, because that's he, she said, and I ain't going to put it on most women. We're going to talk about the women, you know, the interactions that we had and from experience, or that we seen. But we, men and women, adults, we don't need to be acting like that. Especially people you don't even have no direct, you know, emotional connection with. These are just hosts of shows, man. Y'all just having a conversation. So,
but it just always touches. Like, you can tell
strike a
that
nerve
it
if you ain't healed.
Struck a nerve for.
Yeah, if you don't heal, it's gonna trigger you. That's
you
what
say her
triggers.
baby, like she, like you paid attention. They say her baby daddy. No, don't say him. He dead to me.
Right.
You said something that took her off. She flew out the episode. Yeah.
Right. Okay. How about there was 2 other videos that I've seen this week, and I want to just compare the 2. One is a reach out for help. It's a call to action, and it's with a brother that was facing police brutality. He was with, I think, 3 people, but it's literally, I'm gonna just drop this number so y'all can call this jail because they let the other 2 people go. But they said he was just disobeying the law or something like that, disorderly conduct, something minor, but they still keeping him. But I just wanted to talk about this and how this drives me wild. So the demand his release is 330-643-2171. And like I said, we just gonna put it on our page so y'all can see it. But this type of stuff messes with my mental, and it causes the mental illness all over again and again when I see the videos of police, literally 4 cops punching one dude in the face while he's in handcuffs. I just don't understand that. But I also seen a video of a guy that we're gonna post. He was in a routine stop and he was getting on the ground, but he recorded himself on Instagram or TikTok and put a filter on his face to make it look like one of those clowns, like stretched out faces. And this is directly while the cop is like, ready to draw all this. And it's like, bro, what are we doing and what all we been through? I just feel like it's retarded. I always tell people anyway, man, when them people bothering you, especially if you ain't doing nothing, I can't tell somebody that's doing illegal activity with you. You already you in it, you signed up for this, so y'all gonna play it how y'all play it. But I'm talking about model citizens. I mean, routine traffic stops, man. Get them people your license and registration so they can identify you and you can make it home. I don't even care if they take you to the precinct. Keep a direct memory of everything. Ask for badge numbers, ask for names, ask for all that. But the one thing that we need to start doing is saving our life. I'm not telling you that you gotta just be a yes man, a Uncle Tom or nothing, but these people be having kids. Everybody has a mother or a father, you know what I'm saying, or a relative or somebody that they connected to that love them, that's expecting to see you later that day. Like, let's at least just start there, bro. Like, being an a-hole and giving somebody a hard time, that's a human. Like, that's what I want real people to realize.
This is the job. Like,
yeah, that's mental illness in itself, though, because these same people that's treating you like that, you had to put that uniform on, man. You're a man or you're a human when you wake up. You know what I'm saying? Let's start there. Where's your compassion? What if somebody was doing this to your child, your mother, I don't get that. I don't get how people, before you're an NBA player, you're a human. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to put the uniform on. Like, you have to sign up to go to work. So but as far as us, like, we wake up literally in this world that they created with the ideology of we are a threat. Right. We are a threat. And you're gonna see in this video the dude who was playing with the video, he was fair skinned. Dude getting punched in his face was dark brown skin with locks. This is what I'm saying when I'm talking about mental illness. This stuff messes with my mind, and then it goes even further to say, you can hear people, man, no, don't do that. Man, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't down to fight just to be fighting people from where we live and all that. But the day that y'all ready to whoop somebody behind for keep disrespecting us, I'm with that. Yeah, I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? The day that we say, no, we're going to uphold the Constitution, and I'm talking about Korean Americans that's been here, European Americans that's been here, real African Americans. So you from Nigeria, you're a Nigerian American. You was born here. Yeah, you got family. Well, we all got some family somewhere. That's what I'm saying. Right. Teach us. Right. Teach us, because we got the same plight. You look another color, that's what this book is about. You look another color and you look like them, you need to talk to them if you really don't feel like that. Because I'm starting to think everybody kind of feel like that. You know what I mean? Whenever you could click a button on, you can go have a drink with me at a game. You can enjoy the same food and keep your feelings on the whole when we had Tropical Smoothie. We at the gym and we working real hard. You can have a conversation with me about my workout. They got me in handcuffs. You walk your behind over there and help me out too. That's what I'm saying. They wrote the Constitution for all of us to stick together because we all getting played. That stuff don't bother me no more in that regard. You know, it bothers me in the regard is when we gonna get pissed off at other people. I'm tired of getting mad at each other. You know what I mean? That same rage that them women had, that's what I'm talking about. Destroying that restaurant. We need to put that rage into saving these kids. We need to put that rage into understanding who we are, becoming a citizen, getting out of that 3/5 of a man. So when the police do stop somebody, we coming outside, guns and all. Guns and all. Not drawn, no nothing. See, this is what the Panthers started, but they didn't go further. They didn't get out of being chattel property either. Right. We not these people property. That's why I say work on yourself first. Figure out who you are first. So when these people do pull you over, black man, excuse me, run that again. I'm not black, and I'm not an African American. Okay? If you want to address me as something, I am a native. Okay? I'm indigenous to this land. I ain't been nowhere, no nothing, and I'm a citizen of the USA. I'm not in this little corporation game that y'all playing and all that, and it's all confusing and stuff. But I'm a human. And what I've learned with this mental illness is everybody treat us the way that we teach them to. Mm-hmm. That's another reason why I don't get mad at these so-called white people no more. I'm going to teach you how to treat me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to walk with my head up. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to hold the door for you and everybody else. If you need a helping hand, I'm going to give it. Mm-hmm. I can sit down and talk to you, but you want to talk about Christianity? Cool, I'm not one. So we can talk about it. I respect the book, the principles. You want to talk about Allah over here? Cool, but let me tell y'all the reason why I don't rock with both even more. You understand? I'm gonna tell you why. Ain't nobody ever tell God ain't never tell Muhammad to enslave Africans to keep a religion going. Stop that. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying ain't nobody ever God don't come down, sit with this group of people and say, yo, go enslave them, make them do everything for you, and they talking about us the whole time. All these special books, they talking about us. Because everybody else know who they are. So in all these books, it say the people who don't know, the people who went away from, the people who ran away from God.
And they don't even got a race on it.
You know what I'm saying? No race on it. No, dude, you made in my image. So if you want to tell these people who you are, tell them you God. In human form, you having a human experience.
That's it.
But you God. But we got to act like it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all not going to keep disrespecting us and playing us. But we also gotta stop disrespecting ourselves and all, and know, you know, when you start doing better and you trying to do better for yourself, people gonna say, man, you think you perfect. You think you perfect. Yeah. She thinks she perfect.
He on it.
I don't think I'm perfect. I don't think none of that. I just know I'm better than what I used to be. I'm better than that ignorant stuff that we portraying. I'm better. If they gonna put a stereotype on me, I'm gonna be the total opposite. So I'll blow their mind. And when you wanna. And you know what they do? They do stuff like bump into you without saying excuse me. I stop everybody. Kid, woman, man. Hey, it would never hurt you to say excuse me. I'm standing right here. Yeah. Because if I lower my shoulder and I put a football move on you and then keep going, it ain't wrong to you. But one thing about us that we tapped in with our soul. We got a conscience. We know we was wrong.
That's wrong.
Our God, our inside, tell us, our conscience, you know you was wrong. That's why I don't go telling my people what they wrong.
Know you doing something wrong, it wakes you up before it gets bad.
Yeah, that's why we ain't gonna focus on a million things about who wrong and all that. Yeah, we ain't gonna point the finger. We're gonna dissect these situations because it's happening to every last one of us. We all run back to that little child in us when we mad.
Yes, sir.
When we mad and we disrespect each other and one another and anybody else, and then we ultimately we disrespect ourselves, our last name, our families, our children at the blink of a second, bro. Without even thinking. You know how many people be sitting in a cell like, damn, man, I wish I didn't do that.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Boom. That's why I don't speak on y'all situations. Yeah. But when we have conversation, I let those speak on that it's supposed to. But when we talking about a direct conversation, whether you in there or I ain't never been, they treat me the same out here.
They do.
They pull. You know what I mean? We go through the same
and
plight.
It's crazy because
remember I got kicked out of jail? Yeah. Remember I got kicked out the jail on a visit?
Get kicked out of the jail.
They kicked me out of a visit.
For being... And didn't do nothing wrong.
Nothing. But tell this man, everybody who come to visit is not the criminal too.
That's it.
You need to treat them
with respect.
Bro, they treat you like you're a dog. But
they treat your family the same way they treat the person they're coming to see.
And I stopped wanting to come. Because mentally, we'll get to that. This messes with your mind. They treat everybody like a damn criminal.
Yes, sir.
I'm coming in here to bring some joy, to uplift, to see somebody.
That's why I used to rarely get visits. Now, to avoid all that, you gotta wait till I come down in custody. It might take 3, 4, 5 years, but because it's all the things that you gotta do to come in there for 30 minutes.
Exactly.
You gotta take off this. Woman can't come in here with this. Man can't come in here. Your baby gotta have this. Your baby can't have it. It's like, you know what? Before you do all that, we could just talk. I'll write you.
Right.
All the money that you about to spend on there, you ain't gonna spend half of it on my books. I don't need all of it. Yes, I love my family to death. It used to crush me, but I mean to life. But at the same time, they make you tell your family don't come back.
Yeah. They really trying to break your
mind. So you
mind
won't
out.
have a visit. They want you to avoid visits there. They don't want you to be at peace at all.
And if you're not mentally strong enough to take somebody directly, trying to dish out a dish of adversity just because they're in a position of power, this is what I'm saying. But now, boom, that's a perfect transition because that's what go on in our households, bro. From birth, from the day we born, we got somebody telling us what to do, right? First is, your parent telling you. Then you go to school and they telling you. Then you go to sports, they telling you. Then you got the law, they telling you. Everybody's just trying to get their chance to be the slave master because everybody got the foot on their neck.
So that's like manipulation at the same time?
Nah, manipulation, that's only if they carrying it out to like try to get over or get something out of you or that. But I feel like that's like we got a Stockholm syndrome, type deal going on where, we turning into and loving the behavior that our oppressor gave us. So we turning into the oppressor. We becoming this. Right. That's why they took the chains off. We oppress one another to the utmost because, like I said, everybody got the foot on their neck. That's what took me out more and more, is pulling me away from slavery. And it's going by case by case. I'm going to treat you case by case. So if you over there, you over there. But there's a line drawn in the sand. You either with our progression as a people, and within that people, you better respect my people and get us out of this plight, or you on the other side. Right. Now, again, there's people that's within our people who ain't our people because they would do nothing to stop this plight. They'll do anything in their power to keep it going. That's just letting me know who to rock with. Used to be, heal the world, everybody, come on. No, I'm speaking to the gods right now. I'm speaking to the goddesses right now. I'm speaking to the niggas that's tired of being niggas. Okay, right. Because you can't forget them. Right, okay, right. We be forgetting. That's another thing. When I was in the temple, that was like, yo, these still my people. So you mean to tell me go home? My people got bad habits. I still gotta go back to these communities. Let's go out and heal these communities. If we're gonna teach them, we need to teach them the whole truth from beginning to end. But
it's their choice to make it.
Yes.
Right? But don't hold the knowledge.
We can't leave them behind either.
Yeah, don't hold the knowledge. Don't.
If a war pop off, this is
all you can do is pass it, right? That's what God do.
But these are the same people you need. So that's why I be meaning like that when you become that person that is the righteous or the chosen or woo, then they put you in these organizations and it's like you become brainwashed in a sense to forget about all the other people that's outside. That was eating at me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still related.
And that was
still in
one
my
of the
community.
Things that was hard for me in prison. You know, most people that go to prison, the stereotype or the stigma was like they come out either under the nation, they come out Muslim, or one under a category, and which turned me off. I mean, I interact with a lot of good brothers, so the religion thing wasn't nothing to me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna follow what I want to. I'm a man that stands on his own too. Anyway, it wasn't nothing I could follow. I was gonna do me regardless. But and it's like the reason why I would never share that was plus we were born in Philadelphia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Half of our family was. You know what I'm saying? People that we interact with from Philly anyway. So it wasn't nothing that I didn't know or couldn't know. But they use it as a term of protection in the way the dudes that display it, they display the religion as a game. And it's like, bro, it's like the only thing that's good about them and when they unity and all that with them is when it's time to go or when the person needs something to eat or somebody in need. Oh yeah, let me go to my Muslim brother. Right. But when you don't need and you ain't on your deen. Right. You ain't doing none of these righteous principles. You ain't standing on none of this.
Right.
And that's how they portrayed it in prisons, like a game. Everything is a game. Like, all right, you got the Muslims over there, you got the Christians over there, you got.
But see, the funny thing it is, the only thing that did was put y'all in walls because it's the same way out here, bro. The Jews rock with the Jews, bro. These Catholics, they be praying. It's like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Just another name. It's like righteous banging. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
And
it is.
That's what it was created. It's like divide and conquer. Mm-hmm. But that's why I put the pressure on whoever followed the truth.
Right.
If you rock with the truth, I'm gonna go sit with the Muslims.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit with the Catholics. I'm gonna sit with
And you don't feel out of place.
whoever is about this truth, because you're gonna need a melting pot of people. Plus, which got us to this point anyway. A lot of us got that blood in us.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Sex is a wonderful thing. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
When it's for procreation, and guess what? We procreated the heck out of this earth. You understand?
Yes,
You could take. I like to use Kanye West and Kim Kardashian as an example,
Yeah.
only because they're popular and people know it, right?
Right.
But Kim Kardashian's lineage is gonna get browner and browner
Yeah.
and browner. Now, mind you, or not even mind you, but now take this into consideration. Go back 1,000 years. Go back 3,000 years. Go back 10,000 years. Wasn't no Trojan condoms.
Right.
So if homeboy was over here and homegirl was from El Salvador, guess what? She's in that now. And he made a trip and they was going through the Bahamas, and that's how I gotta start looking at things, because that's how I gotta start talking to people on my level. You understand? Being a smart dude, and that ain't it for me no more. I found out geniuses come down and make the most basic stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or hardest stuff basic, so they can get their point across, get their purpose across.
Because everybody can. You make
Yeah.
it simple where everybody can understand.
But you ever seen somebody just know all the lineage and all that, and it just keep going over your head? All the verbiage,
Yeah.
all the words, it just keep
Yeah.
going over your head. So
You
it's like,
sitting
who
there,
was you
don't even
talking
know what
to?
you were talking
Who was you talking to, though?
about.
You know what I mean? It was just like, this brother's smart. So I read the book, Malcolm X by Alex Haley. And Malcolm X even said it. It said the dude, he was a doctor speaking, and he was like at Harvard or Yale or something. And he said, you know what they look at him as? A nigga in a suit.
Yeah.
This is real, because you're not trying to be smart for us.
Yeah.
You're not trying to be smart for us, because we don't even talk like that.
Right.
You understand? You feel me?
Yeah.
You didn't come teaching me that word and say, yo, this word is, you hit me with that word, and then a word after that one, and then a word after that one. Then I even go even further. So if we being taught a bunch of lies and indoctrinated to somebody else's customs, are you really smart?
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's what be hard for me, because the deeper you go in school and all that, especially when you're trying to date somebody, man, they got their doctorate, they got their masters, they got that. Only thing they did was get their mind filled with a bunch of education, not knowledge.
Right.
Education, boy, you be in a fight. It's another dividing. That's in my opinion, the way I feel again, that's mental illness, and it becomes cognitive dissonance, because you start defending the oppressor. That's what you start defending the oppressor. So, you know what I mean? I get passionate about all of this stuff, because I don't want to point the finger. That's what everybody doing, man. Put the clip up, like you said,
Right.
and we let them do. Like, we need everybody to do what they're doing, because that clip is gonna get that business paid. You understand? That's what we want. We want more of us make money. You understand?
Definitely.
We'll get to the point, because drill music is an issue, right?
Yes, it is.
But I would rather these young kids get turned on, and I will hope that they take the millions, and somebody old enough around them can be like, we ain't doing this no more.
Yeah.
We out of here.
Yeah.
That's the streets. When I speak about all of us before you put the drill on, before you put the chain on, because I know you cried. Mm-hmm. I know you got a family member or a friend that you miss. I know you are hurt. I know you tired. I know you don't want to go out there today.
And one day.
But you can't look weak.
Yep.
I know you don't feel like it. This is just what I know. You know what I mean? You ain't got to put it in the comments or nothing. I'm speaking to your heart from mine. We connected. So I don't even have to go as deep. Then even more, I've had uncles, cousins, brothers, big homies, everything. They all, and I seen them all cry.
That's it.
Every last one of them. So we ain't no
They don't
different.
make you lesser.
No, we
That's just like a relief.
have to start protecting
It's
one
relief.
another, though, giving each other outlets, and especially the kids. But we ain't gonna point the finger at our people. We gonna break it down a little bit,
Yes, sir.
because everybody, we can stop the next person from acting like this. That's what we need to start doing. And then if we can prevent it, that's the thing. If we can prevent it before we know, because you know what's about to happen. That's why the phones was out. That's why it was time to laugh. We know what's about to happen, man. I'm just tired of seeing us look like the butt of the joke, bro. We so much better. Stop starting the story in slavery, and I'll leave there. You know what I mean? So don't forget, if you got questions, to email us at leadersonly22@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, comment, click the bell. Follow us on Instagram at Leaders Only Show. Follow El Capitan Cartel. Follow El Capitan Ambassador.
Kendall's touches.
And we're gonna put all this stuff up, man. But follow us, man. We got the book coming
We
next
got
week,
the
man.
fitness going.
Yeah.
We come join us one day on our sweat camp, man.
Yeah,
we got right out here in the garden.
Yes, great fuel fitness and kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
We're coming.
sir.
You know what
Yes,
I mean?
sir.
But if you ain't gonna eat right, we ain't working out.
Nah.
That's our motto. Ain't gonna be getting no great workouts and go eat cheeseburgers and pizza. And,
It's defeat the purpose.
yeah, bro. It's mind, body, soul, man. We need that. So,
Yes, sir.
peace.
Peace.